Cardano at its most undervalued in 2 years, all the while ADA in first place across all of crypto in transaction volume. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. This is a Cardano video. If you're bullish on Cardano, hit that like button for me right now. I appreciate you. Let's just jump right into the video. This is weekly Cardano charts. Take a quick look. You got that? You got it in the forefront of your mind. Now let's start with the on-chain metrics context to that chart. Cardano at its most undervalued price in almost 2 years, data shows. I just saw Ed in altcoins. You follow him on Twitter, by the way. If you're into Cardano, he just posts some really good data. Cardano at its most undervalued price in almost 2 years. When a crypto's price is compared to its real actual value, a market value to realized value ratio can be used to establish whether or not the asset's price is reasonable. Is ADA price reasonable right now, or is it undervalued? Without even this data, we look at the charts and we know Cardano is severely undervalued. It really is. It's undervalued. When we look at ADA charts and we look at the rest of the crypto market and we look at what Cardano is achieving on this macro level scale. But here's the article, and it kind of touches upon what is happening. A number of milestones have been achieved by the Cardano network in recent months. You think? I just tweeted this like not long ago, 5 days. Top 10 ecosystem, over 100 exchanges, 2 million people, 2 million assets issued. Byron to Shelley to Goguen, hundreds of billions moved in 2021, 130 academic papers. A lot. ADA remains undervalued, according to one leading crypto analyst. As shown by Sentiment's market value to realized value indicator, which was shared by prominent crypto analyst Ali Martinez, Cardano appears to be undervalued at recent price levels. And he goes on to show the tweet, and this is what it looks like. I believe it was a tweet. I'm not sure exactly what the post was, but this is a chart. And I think what I want to answer in this brief video, or part of this video, is what is market value to realized value? When a cryptocurrency's price is compared to its real value, the market value to realized value ratio may be used to establish whether or not the asset's price is reasonable. As a standalone statistic, MVRV is used to identify market tops and bottoms in the cryptocurrency market. Doesn't everybody love that? Those indicators, those data points that provide kind of a guidance, a roadmap to, are we at the top, are we at the bottom, what's going on? Well, this is one of those things. And you pair it up with technical indicators on the charts. It's very interesting to see what's happening with Cardano. On the basis of historical data, the indicator is always considered to be effective. This indicator on point much of the time. Everyone, the data, the charts, everything I'm talking about is not financial advice. I'm not here giving advice. This is data I'm sharing with you. I'm excited about it because I'm excited about Cardano and the ecosystem. I'm not trying to sell you on ADA. I'm not trying to just be like, yo, everybody go buy ADA. It's a great price. It's undervalued. I'm not even saying that. But I'm just a dude out here invested in crypto, invested in Cardano, and I'm like, wow. And I'm creating a video, and I'm just saying, wow. That's what this video is about. It's a wow video. In general, the lower the MVR ratio, the greater the likelihood of an increase in the price of the item under surveillance, since this important indicator assesses the average profit or loss of prior addresses that purchased the asset under consideration. Let's pivot to a different data point. Ed in altcoins, he's bringing the data. Cardano's in first place for most transaction activity, adjusted volume last 24 hours. It overtook Bitcoin and Ethereum. Adjusted transaction volume is a way to isolate only meaningful transactions and fairly compare UTXO and account models. Look at the fees. And this is what he's posting. And I think you can't see the fees to the right of the screen, but they're ridiculous. But what is really glaringly crazy on the screen, Cardano, ADA, in first place, on this chart, ahead of Bitcoin, ahead of Ethereum. You can see 17.56 billion in transaction volume, 24-hour transaction volume. Bitcoin behind at 10.65 billion. Now, Bitcoin transaction volume less, the fees $500,000. Cardano transaction volume 17.56 billion. Look at the fees. You can't see them, but I'm going to 51,985.43. Just around $52,000 in fees, and it's leading in this data point in terms of chain activity, which is this transaction volume. It's crazy. So we have what we just looked at, right? The MVRV indicator. We have just Cardano just making moves in terms of transaction volume across all of crypto. And then we have the zoomed out chart for Cardano, right? And we have these data points that we've been talking about on the charts. We zoom out on the weekly. Cardano sitting at, again, a zoomed out macro look. We just talked about, we like those indicators that show us the top, right, indicator, and we like the indicators that show us the bottom indicator. And here we are, you take the confluence of this indicator. This is the MACD, slower moving momentum oscillator. It's at historical lows. There's the COVID swing low. Here's the bear market low back in 2018. It's in those levels, and it's at an area that's most undervalued in price in almost 2 years based on on-chain metrics. That's crazy based on what is happening. And you go back and we look at this chart and we say, all right, well, what's next? Why is it undervalued? Like, what's going on? Cardano's killing it. Smart contracts are here. Like, it's got the best staking mechanism. What is going on? And to this question, I ask myself too, but it's such an immediate answer because I've watched crypto over the years. I've watched Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a great example. Sometimes there are no answers. This is what crypto does. It explodes, it goes parabolic, and then it just needs to cool off, ridiculously cool off, and throw people into this phase of fear. And that's just the cycles of crypto. And every altcoin, Bitcoin, whatever, they look different. The charts look different in the way in which they operate. But one thing is true, when you do look at all of these zoomed out indicators, whether it's a technical charting indicator or it's an on-chain metrics type of indicator, guess what? Or a collaboration of both. No matter what it is, it really does give us a roadmap so that we can just make good macro decisions. And that's why I like technical. That's why I like technical analysis. It offers the roadmap for me on the macro to make decisions. I'm not doing videos trading, everybody. You know I don't trade every day. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out macro decisions. When's the best time to buy heavy? When should I just kind of get my buying fingers warmed up when there is a dip, and as it's been dipping, how much should I buy? How much should I save for that 50 cent to $1 range for Cardano? Stuff like that. I'm trying to answer those questions for myself, and this is why I like technical analysis. I want to note something. This article says Cardano at its most undervalued price in almost 2 years. Well, let's go to the chart. 2 years ago, by the way, like hovering somewhere around 5 cents, Cardano. Now we're in a similar environment and it's hovering around $1. That is the growth of Cardano. And in terms of top 10 cryptos, Cardano, in my opinion, is the best play. It's the best play. I want to just bring up real quick. This is a Bitcoin chart zoomed out. Let me get rid of all these drawings, indicators. This is a Bitcoin chart zoomed out. I'm not going to dig into the Cardano charts in the zoomed in right now. I mean, this is a daily chart. We can talk about what's going on, but I don't want to. I want to really take everything we just talked about Cardano. I want to present to you the picture of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin growth, and the Bitcoin charts. And this is going all the way back to like 2010, this chart. This is the chart for Bitcoin. It's upward growth. The question I have for you as we talk about Cardano, so this can be in context to Cardano, all of crypto, whatever your portfolio is, but what part of the story do you want to be in, right? Do you want to be just kind of the short-term thinker? And we can look all in here, right? I can't even do it because all the drawings. I'm going to zoom in though, so we can do this. I have to just all in here. Like literally, this is this week right here. Right? Maybe the last few weeks, last couple of months, all in this little mess. Let's do that. Little mess right there. It's short term. It's short term thinkers. There's so much negativity. I see it. I see the sentiment on Twitter and YouTube. It's so much stress. It's so much emotion. Do you want to focus there at that part of the story and make your decisions based on just that context? What's happening right here, right? And the short term news, the midterm news. You want to make your decisions based on that, or do you want to zoom out? And do you want to take a quick look at the zoomed out story of Bitcoin, of Cardano in general, and do you want to say, wow, let me formulate my plan around this picture because there seems to be something powerful happening, right? And then you take that and you take the answer to that question. For me, it's yes, I want to plan around this picture, and it's the long term. It's a zoomed out. It requires patience. But you take that and you start looking at what Cardano's accomplishing and how it's still being called a ghost chain and it's being ignored. It's just opportunity. That's all it is to me. And this is what I'm seeing in Cardano right now. There's so much more to talk about, but that's the video for tonight. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.